Andrew McCart, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with two of Ireland's finest young professionals, obviously most decorated amateurs, finest amateurs, but you're now 1-0 each in the professional ranks. But before we get started, just introduce yourselves. Let the IFL viewers know who you are.
My name is Edward Donovan. I'm 10 times Irish national champion and European gold medalist.
My name is Jason Harty. I'm 13 times Ireland champion and I'm a European silver medalist, European gold.
I mean, that's some awards you've got there. I mean, multiple national champions, European champions and stuff like that. But you're also good friends, aren't you? You're obviously one partner. You've known each other for a long time. So this is a little bond, a little friendship that you're going to share together, this professional career that you've got going on. You're both 1-0 as a pro, but Edward Donovan, for people that don't know, that you're obviously the younger brother, the prettier brother to Paddy Donovan. Who's 6-7-0 as a professional right now, who's signed with Top Rank and Bob Arum. So, you looking? Obviously, you don't want to follow in your big brother's footsteps, but you're looking to carve out your own sort of career, your own path going into the professional ranks.
Well, yes, that I am, but coming up along even in the amateurs, Paddy was always a weight above, and then when I come that year older, the year after, I kind of won the title that he left behind. So I don't mind following his footsteps. He paved the way good so far, so he looks on track. He's doing very well now in his own career, and hopefully he'll be challenging for a world youth title by the end of the year. That's something that I'd like to box for in the future.
But you're in the same weight division, are you not? You're both at 147?
Yes, I fought super welter in my last fight, but I went up 4 pounds the morning of the weigh-in. It was just the only fight that we could get at the time was at super welter, so I took it at that.
And Jason, you're obviously a little bit heavier up at middleweight and stuff like that. So, again, for the both of you, that sort of welterweight, light middleweight divisions are stacked divisions in terms of domestically in the UK, Ireland, and obviously at world level. So for yourself, I mean, how excited are you to get this ball rolling in your professional career?
This has been a long time. Like we signed pro there a year ago, and we've only won fights. Like Jeremy, the pandemic, it slowed down everything. We should at least have 5 or 6 fights by now.
Well, you're there with Norman. You're not there with David McAllister. I know he's behind that laptop somewhere.
I'm behind it.
Yeah, he's probably pulling face or something. But you're up in Aberdeen and stuff like that. You're obviously up training there and sparring up there. How are you finding it up there with David and the boys?
Yeah, it's been good so far up here. This is our second time over. We did some sparring yesterday, then we did some bag workout today. It's been good. I'm looking forward now going into camp for my next fight and training hard and getting back in shape. So hopefully we'll get in fight date soon.
Excuse me. In terms of fight dates, when are you hoping for? I mean, there are shows coming, the crowds are coming back and stuff like that. So when are you both hoping to be out?
So Dave thinks October. Hopefully we should be out in October, both of us. So that'll be good.
Jason, I'll ask you this question then, mate. I know you're good friends. You've known each other for a long time, since you were kids, since you were amateurs and stuff like that. So, what's it going to be like for the two of you to share this journey as a professionals now? I'm assuming that you're going to be on the same cards. You're going to be winning titles together, man. So, what does that mean for the pair of you?
Oh, it's great. It's great. Like it's great to have someone training alongside you, being in camp together. We spar a lot as well together, do a lot of body sparring, technical sparring. Like we know the ins and outs of each other. So the two of us will bring each other on through the whole progress.
Okay, then here's a question for you. Who gets the better of the spars?
Number one,
me.
Lighter, faster, and a bigger puncher.
Is it the bigger, heavier man or the lighter, faster man?
I have it up here, too much skill.
Yeah, Edward, your dad still wants to fight me for some reason. I don't know where that came from, but
he's back training hard anyway.
I reckon you're checking it out.
He thinks that you're trying to get away from him.
It's the battle of the left hooks. That's all I'm saying.
Keep the right hand high.
Right hand high, exactly. So obviously, right now, Irish boxing's there's a stacked talent coming through. Do you know what I mean? You've got obviously the guys at Peter Taylor's gym, with Gary Cully who's making noise. You've got Tyrone McKenna. You've got all these guys in Ireland right now. So where are you two ready to? I know your amateur career has been outstanding. You've just rattled off there multiple national champions. So in terms of your professional rank, Jason, you alluded to the fact that you should be 5 and 6 and 0 because of the pandemic and whatnot. So because of your amateur career and how good you were at amateurs, do you feel like you can be fast tracked a little bit quicker than most young fighters coming through?
Yeah, we could. We're still young, like we're only 22 and 21 between us, like. But we've it's a long journey there, like, isn't it?
I think that we can. Even in my debut, I fought a lad that was making his debut. Now he's won since that. He's 2-1 now. I think over our amateur backgrounds, I think that we can be pushed a little bit faster.
In terms of like your next opponent and stuff like that, are you wanting somebody that can push you, that's not going to turtle up like the normal journeymen and stuff like that? You want somebody that's going to come and test your chin a little bit?
Yeah, well, Dave knows the fights. Dave knows the fight that they're getting, and he knows our background. He knows our amateur. He knows that he can push us a little bit farther than usual at our age. So we're just looking forward to the journey now.
Speaking about Dave there, I mean, he's got some young talent up there, some young Scottish talent and stuff like Billy Stewart to name one who's a 10-0 as a pro and stuff like that. I mean, for being that far north, David McAllister and his brothers and the Northern Sporting Club, they might not get the recognition, but they do work hard for their fighters. Do you know what I mean? They do put in the work and they put in the graft. I know how hard David works, so I'm guessing this is for you to jump into this deep. Is he pulling a face behind that camera? Turn that laptop around. Let me see him.
Their heads are on this big since you're speaking.
Picking them up. Right? Yeah. So for you, you got full confidence in David and the Northern Sporting Club.
Yeah,
yes, I really do. I have confidence in them. They're for boxing. They knows what they're talking about, and I think that they can bring us on in our career. I think they can get us where we want to be at.
Jason, you echo that, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, me. No, they've good quality in the gym. They've good boxers, and they put them all to their potential. Like they keep them going. They've 2 on this weekend in Fighter Zone. One going for 2 of them going for
Two world
youth titles.
And listen, that's a stepping stone to where you need to be youth titles. So
yeah, it's where I want to be.
Mm-hmm. When you look at the domestic scene right now, for you, Edward, I mean, the 147-pound division is stacked. You've got Conor Benn fighting this weekend. You know what I mean? Yes. Avenation at that level. I mean, it's domestically in the UK. It's a tough old division, especially with your brother being there. I'm guessing you won't fight your brother unless the money's right.
Yes, it depends if he wants it or not.
I don't think he wants it. He says you're better than him, so.
Yes, sure that.
Yeah.
Look,
what's that, mate?
It is a very tough division. There are a lot of great competitors around that division, but that's what I want. I want to be in there with the best. To be the best, you have to beat the best. It's all about training hard and getting there when the time is right.
Yeah. And I like Jason, you've got no escape as well being up at middleweight. I get it. Are you going to stick around at middleweight? Can you come down to light middle, or is that you going to hang around?
For my next fight, I'm looking to come down to super welter, so it's just 70 kilo.
I mean, again, a tough division with it domestically with the Ted Cheesemans and the Anthony Fabio.
I'm good enough and I'm big enough and I'm strong enough.
That's what I mean, though. The domestic level for you two, with the amateur background you've got and the current situation, trying to get fighters in from abroad and stuff like that, it could be difficult. So for 5, 6, 7 fights down the line, you know what I mean? Boxing is a funny old sport. We've seen crazy shit happen. So you could be facing some of the top 10 in the Britain as sooner than expected. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, well, I think we are. As I said, our amateur background is big. We have a lot of experience coming from amateur. So I think a couple of fights in pro and challenging some titles, some domestic titles, and then start to step up when the time is right. I believe that we have what it takes to go all the way.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, David's got a tough task on his hand. Whatever he's doing behind that laptop, man, he's got a tough task on his hand to keep used to in tip-top condition, get you fights and the rest of it. So, I mean, good luck to him. But I want to speak to you, Edward. I mean, Conor Benn's fighting this weekend in your division right now. You've seen the progress Conor made. He started professional at a young age like yourself. He started at 21. Look where he is now. Do you know what I mean? He's still young and he's fighting some of the best names and stuff like that. So when you look at Conor's career? Do you take any inspiration from that, or do you want to follow his career closely?
I think Connor's a good fighter. He fast tracked. He's a good lad. Obviously, from where his dad, so much experience that his dad moved them on a lot quicker than normal. I think he's good. His boxing ability is probably not the highest, but he have a great heart and he's a good fighter. So I think that he can make it in boxing. I think they're a good position in boxing. Someday I'd like to spar him and test the water spar.
So you broke up there.
On the line.
What was that?
I said I would like to spar him soon just to see what he's about in sparring now that I'm young and get some experience off him.
But I know David travels. He takes his fighters up and down the country, so he'll get in that wee minivan of his and he'll take you anywhere for the sparring. So don't worry about that.
It'd be great to get in the ring all the top fighters and just get the most experience that I can.
So, the reason Aberdeen, how are you finding it up there? I mean, up in the Highlands and stuff like. You've done any? Well, it's not the Highlands, it's the Grampians, but being up in Scotland and stuff like. How are you finding it?
I like Scotland. I think Scotland's a good place. It's away from the more distractions at home, and you really get your head down and train over here. And I like it. I've always liked going away training. Just put you in that good mindset. You know what you're here to do, and you fulfill that.
So how long are you over here for? Are you over here just for the weekend, or?
We're just over. We came over Thursday night. We're just about 4 or 5 days, just to get it settled into things a little bit. Then we'll be back soon for our camp.
And when so you said October, so I'll imagine you'll be back maybe the 10th of August or something like that.
Yes, hopefully.
Yep. And Jason, for you, man, I mean, you look like you don't smile often. Do you smile?
Oh, I do.
Gloves laced up. When you look at like I touched on the like middleweight division right now. For you, with the Ted Cheeseman and Troy Williamsons and all these guys, right now domestically, it's probably the toughest division to be in the UK, in Ireland and stuff like that. So, have you got itchy knuckles? Are you licking your lips to move down to super welterweight and hopefully face these guys in the future?
I don't mind who I fight. I'd fight anyone. I'll be ready for anyone.
Paddy's dad, I know Pat Edwards' dad. Are you ready for him?
He's right here behind the camera.
Is he there?
He's shining his left hook at you.
Well, let me see him.
He's here. He's saying, get ready for that left hook.
Oh, listen, there's a battle on the left hooks. I'm just going to stay there. Stay there.
Keep the right hand high at all times.
Listen, I've seen your dad's left hook on that Instagram. It's a nasty piece of work. So 16 ounce.
I've been looking forward to see the two of you at it soon.
Oh man, he's going to catch. I need to wait till he gets older. I'm waiting.
It's going in Aberdeen.
In Aberdeen, we'll take it to Aberdeen.
I'll bring it up. Listen, it's only a drive north for me. I'll come up. I've got a gum shield and I'll travel. Don't worry.
Martin reckons he's need a gum shield.
He reckons you won't be hitting him. You won't need one.
All right, no worries. That's perfect. Well, for the two of you, I mean, you're in Aberdeen, you're sparring, you're punching away and stuff like that. You're 1-0 as a pro. Jason, you alluded to it as well. Are you disappointed to the fact that you aren't 4-0 right now? You've been professional. You've signed that professional contract for a year now. So, how disappointed are you? Disappointed, frustrated? What's the emotions right now?
Well, I'd like to be 4-0 at the moment, but look, with the pandemic, is the situation that we're in at the moment. We can't really help the cause of that. But look, moving forward, hopefully Dave will have some fights between here and Christmas, and we get up to that 4 record fast.
Mm-hmm. Jason, you feel the same?
Yeah, the two will move fast with Dave. So the two lads are good. They get us fights.
And Matthew too. We won't forget Matthew was behind.
Good old Murphy.
Is he there as well? Turn it around. Let me see who's there. I want to know who's. Let me see. There's David. There he is. There's the big man there. There's the boy. How are you, David? You all right?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. Let me speak to you, David, if that's all right for a second.
Aye, you go.
Listen, the two of you, I've been to a couple of your shows at the Hilton and stuff like that. I've seen the hard work that you've put into your fight.
RIP, the Hilton is gone.
Well,
the Hilton is no more.
Well, there you go. But I've seen the hard work that you put in and stuff like that. So you've just got two of Ireland's finest amateurs there in terms of ability and skill set. They're young, they're ready to rock and roll. So tough task in your hand to keep these boys entertained and get them fights. But it's a good opportunity for both of you.
Definitely. It's a cracking opportunity for us, and I think it shows kind of what people are thinking of us in a game, that they're willing to come over here and even give us opportunity to work with us. So they came over a couple of weeks ago. They liked what they kind of seen, and just wanted to get started as soon as possible. So we'll be looking to get them 2 to 3 fights this side of the year. All being well, obviously COVID's still a bit of a nightmare for the smaller hall shows. So we'll just kind of keep working, get them fights as soon as we can, and try and keep the reins on them a wee bit, because by the sounds like they're looking for titles in 6 months, in a year or two. So
Yeah, well, them might be youth titles, man. They seem to be the ones, man. Lee McGregor's won it. Billy's fighting for it, so it's
exciting for us as
Good
well.
opportunity for him.
Man,
Give
how
him a
you
chance
doing,
to get-
man? I haven't seen you for a while. Life's good.
Me,
Yeah.
I'm doing fine, bud. I just training the boys, working a bit alongside them, just
Yeah.
keeping busy. Not much been happening. The last time I spoke to you, I was right about 2 predictions: Tyson Fury
Yep.
versus Deontay Wilder. The first fight
Uh-huh.
with him, he got the draw. He should have won. Then the second fight, we had the conversation again.
That's
And
right.
if we won,
There you go. You know your boxing then, big man, eh?
that's it.
So he says, I'm sure I won the other end. So
And that was from Tyson Fury was 28 stone. I says that.
See, there you go. There you go. Well, one final word before I let you go and enjoy the rest of your evening and stuff like that. I'll spin you around so I get the boys as well, get their final thoughts.
Yeah.
You've spent a couple of days with these boys. This is a question for the pair of you. You spent a couple of days with these two, Eddie and Jason. So how good are they? How far can they go?
quality. Listen, you can see the amateur experience they've got, but what I like is the both of them seem have been using the last year as a professional to kind of hone their skill set to be more a professional style rather than just an all amateur style. So I'm excited.
I think in the next 2 to 3 years, you'll see him fighting for top titles, British titles, European titles. Not if they stick in, get the diet right, and keep working alongside us. And their father seems a very good boxing man. He knows his stuff. So if they stick with him, they'll do fine.
He doesn't know him. He doesn't know his stuff because he's picking a fight with me. So he doesn't know.
Well, I'm picking him. I seen him in the bar.
I'm picking him. I'm picking him too.
You run your own. David can call your fight.
So spin me back around. Let me speak to the boys again. I'll get a final word
No
from
worries, Paul. Cheers. See you soon.
No worries, man. Right, boys, one final word from yourselves. I mean, obviously, your IFL viewers are going to be watching this. For the people that don't know, you have fought at the Frank Warren show before. You are 1-0. But for people that don't know who you are, what should they watch out for?
Watch out for bigger sight knockouts in the future.
Watch out for the big punches.
Listen, are you promising knockouts on the pair of yous? Is it?
Yes.
Do you compete against each other when it comes to like training and who can do the fastest laps on the track? Who can do the?
Oh, we do, yeah.
I
I'm
will
always
just show
first.
Jason what it's about. That's all. He
I'm
just
always
follows the
first.
Is that true, Edward?
that's-
First and everything,
No.
yeah.
I shows Jason all the way.
Listen, don't start sparring now, man.
You have to respect his elders, remember that?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, boys, it's good to see you in Scotland. Edward, I know Paddy spoke about you before. He's excited for you. Jason, obviously, likewise, you've got coming from that area and stuff like that. Yeah, you've got it. You've got what it takes. Paddy spoke to you about me as well. So is David McAllister there. You're both exciting young fighters. You're fighters that we should all be looking out for if you're a true boxing fan and stuff like that. So, listen, stay safe, stay healthy, stay fit, and hopefully we can get these fights for you as soon as possible. But thank you so much for your time, boys, and doing this fight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Talk soon. Thank
See
you.
ya.
Anytime, boys. Speak to you soon.
See you,
See
buddy.
you later, Paul.
Yeah.